Good morning everyone, and welcome back to our channel, where we bring you the latest updates on UK benefits, financial help, and government support that could make a real difference to your household. Today's story is all about an important piece of news from the Department for Work and Pensions, DWP, and local councils across England. Thousands of households are set to receive a £130 payment this month as part of the government's ongoing efforts to ease the cost of living pressures that continue to affect families across the country. Let's break down who qualifies, how it's being paid, and what variations exist depending on where you live. This new £130 payment is part of the government's Household Support Fund, a major initiative designed to help vulnerable families manage essential living costs during the colder winter months. The scheme, backed by a total of £742 million in funding, has been distributed to local councils throughout England, giving them the authority to decide how best to allocate the money in their communities. Essentially, it's a financial lifeline for households struggling to afford the basics, whether that's heating, food, or other essential household expenses. The fund, which runs until March 31, 2026, is a continuation of previous cost of living support programs and aims to offer direct relief to those who need it most. However, because each local council has its own budget and discretion, eligibility rules, and the form of assistance can differ widely depending on where you live. Now, here's the key point: you don't necessarily have to be claiming benefits to receive help from this fund. The Household Support Fund is specifically targeted toward anyone considered vulnerable or financially struggling, regardless of whether they receive universal credit, job seekers allowance, or any other benefit. This makes it a broader safety net designed to capture households that might otherwise slip through the cracks of traditional benefit systems. Local authorities are using a mix of methods to identify and assist these households. Some councils automatically issue payments, while others require residents to apply through online forms or community organisations. For example, in Nottingham, eligible households can expect to receive a mix of energy and supermarket vouchers, with total support adding up to around £173. This includes an energy voucher worth £98 and a supermarket voucher valued at £75. Offering families much-needed relief as the colder months approach. Meanwhile, in Manchester, the City Council has confirmed that qualifying households will receive a £130 cost of living payment during November. The council has specified that this payment is intended for households currently receiving council tax support along with at least one disability benefit, such as Personal Independence Payment, PIP, or Disability Living Allowance, DLA. Manchester City Council has also shared details about how this payment will be distributed. If your household pays council tax via direct debit, the £130 will be deposited straight into your bank account automatically. However, if you pay your council tax through PayPoint, standing order, or online transfer, or if you're exempt from paying council tax altogether, then you'll receive a post office payout voucher in the mail. These vouchers can be cashed at any local post office branch. Payments directly to bank accounts are expected to start landing from 31 October 2025, with most taking around 3 to 5 working days to process, depending on your bank. Meanwhile, post office vouchers are set to be distributed beginning the week of 3 November 2025. The council has advised residents not to contact them about missing payments until after 15 November, to allow enough time for all transfers and mail deliveries to be completed. It's important to note that the Household Support Fund isn't uniform across the country. Each council decides how to distribute its share of the funding, which means the type and amount of help available can vary significantly between areas. For some, the support comes in the form of supermarket or energy vouchers. In others, it's direct payments or grants paid straight to utility providers. The timing of when you receive the support can also differ, meaning while some households might see their money arrive before Christmas, others could face a short delay depending on local administrative processes. The Department for Work and Pensions has clarified that councils have the freedom to tailor their schemes to local needs. This means that in certain regions, residents might not need to apply at all because the local authority automatically identifies eligible households. In contrast, other areas require residents to complete an application form or go through local charities that distribute funds on behalf of the council. This flexibility ensures councils can target those most in need, but it also means you should check with your local authority's website or customer service line to confirm what support you're eligible for and how to claim it. Across the country, there are several examples of how councils are using their share of the fund differently. In Staffordshire, for instance, households can receive a one-off £300 payment that goes directly to their utility providers to cover energy costs, a practical move that ensures the money is used for essential bills. In Calderdale, residents are eligible for up to 2 separate payments of £85, totalling £170 in support, while North Yorkshire Council is distributing £190 cost of living payments starting from 8 October. These payments come in the form of supermarket vouchers that can be used at major retailers like Tesco, Asda, Sainsbury's, Morrisons, and Marks & Spencer, giving families flexibility in how they spend their support. Moving to Doncaster, the council is offering up to £300 in food support for eligible households, with some families also receiving an additional £100 payment to help with energy bills. Meanwhile, Leeds City Council is rolling out payments of up to £120 to low-income households currently receiving council tax support, with disbursements that began on 13 October. These examples show just how varied the help can be from one part of the country to another, and why it's so important for residents to check with their specific council to find out what's available locally. The broader goal of the Household Support Fund is clear: to provide immediate, short-term financial relief to those struggling most with day-to-day living costs. With inflation still impacting food prices and energy bills, these payments, even if modest, can make a real difference to many families this winter. It's also worth noting that councils may use a portion of the funding to support local charities and community groups that provide essentials like food parcels or household items to those in crisis. This means that even if you don't qualify for direct financial assistance, you could still receive help indirectly through local partnerships funded by the scheme. For anyone wondering what they need to do to claim, the process will depend entirely on where you live. Some councils have online forms you can complete in a few minutes, while others will send automatic payments if you already receive certain benefits or council tax support. The best advice is to visit your council's official website and look for the section on the Household Support Fund or cost of living payments. There you'll find specific guidance on eligibility, application methods, and payment dates. Be cautious of scam websites or social media posts that claim to offer fast-track access to government payments. Always make sure you're on an official gov.uk or verified council website before submitting any personal details. As this new round of payments rolls out, the government is urging councils to prioritise those most at risk, including families with children, older people, and individuals with disabilities, ensuring that no one is left without essential support during the winter. With the cost of living remaining a major challenge across the UK, especially as we move toward the end of the year, the Household Support Fund continues to play a crucial role in helping households stay afloat. So, to sum up, if you are struggling with household expenses this winter, make sure to check with your local council to see what help is available under the Household Support Fund. Whether it's a £130 payment, supermarket vouchers, or direct assistance with utility bills, there's a good chance you could be eligible for some form of financial support, and it could arrive just in time to ease the burden during the festive season. And that wraps up today's update on the latest DWP and council support payments. If you found this information helpful, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with friends or family who might benefit, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on future updates about benefits, cost of living help, and important financial news across the UK. Thanks for watching, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next video.